would never believe. I never hungry, always messing with me. Whatever horror comics I read, but he's just living.
Leprechaun. The Luck of the Irish.
Hey everybody out there, welcome to the first ever edition of The Video Dead, a new horror movie review show we're going to be doing here every week. I'm your host, Boner Lee.
And Amber Atrophy.
And today, since it is St. Patty's Day and we have our green on, yep, scope it, looks like you're pointing at your boobs.
I am.
Your boobies. We decided, why not do Leprechaun, the very first one from 1993. Classic. By director Mark Jones, who also wrote the movie. He wrote part 2, 3, 4, In the Hood, and Back to the Hood. But he didn't direct. He just wrote them all. What else did he do? He did Rumpelstiltskin.
Which is very similar, actually, in that they're both sort of child tales.
True. And a quick synopsis of the story
is Dan O'Grady is an Irishman that comes back from Ireland with supposedly his mother's ashes in a bottle, but this bottle actually contains a leprechaun's gold that he stole. He busts it open, shows his wife. Also...
I want me gold.
Shows his wife. The leprechaun tracks him down. Because, of course, the leprechaun wants his gold back. He's pissed. Murders Dan O'Grady's wife. Tries to murder Dan O'Grady, but Dan O'Grady outsmarts the leprechaun. Puts him in a crate. Puts a 4-leaf clover on top of the crate. Apparently, the 4-leaf clover is like kryptonite to the leprechaun. He has a stroke. Not sure what happens to him until later on in the movie. 10 years go by, Leprechaun's still locked in the crate. Jennifer Aniston and her father, who was Zach Morris's father on Saved by the Bell, which is weird that I know that.
Jennifer Aniston's been in a lot of movies. This is actually her film debut, Leprechaun. What a way to springboard your career into Friends and Office Space and every wretched romantic comedy that came out in the 90s.
True. But we got off the track of the synopsis.
Sorry.
If you've got me shilling, you'll be in for a killing.
Anyway, they move. Well, they're staying at the house. Her dad bought the house. She hates the house. But she runs into
a repairman named Nathan, which is actually played by Ken Olant, who is in summer school. He played the stripper guy that slept all day during summer school. So...
He did, and he works with a couple of guys.
A retard and a child.
Three
guys that paint is the name of their business.
It is.
With the child being Alex, who is played by Robert Gorman, who is in Rookie of the Year, Don't Tell Mom, The Babysitter's Dead, Mr. Nanny, and Sometimes They Come Back.
Oh God, we should review Mr. Nanny.
We should.
No.
We should. Also, the retard is
Mark
played by
Holton.
Mark Holton, who was in
Teen Wolf. He was Chubbs in Teen Wolf. He was also in Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
He played Francis, the villain, who stole Pee-wee's bike.
I know you are, but what am I? 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 Infinity.
Also, he was in Rumpelstiltskin, which was Mark Jones' other film, and he was in A League of Their Own, and he played Gacy in Gacy. So he's sort of got a wide variety of characters in his repertoire.
So anyway,
There was a young man from Madras whose balls were made of fine brass, but in stormy weather they both climbed together and sparks flew out of his ass.
Mark Holton stumbles down into the basement one fine afternoon and finds the leprechaun. The four-leaf clover knocks off the crate. Out bursts the leprechaun, of course looking for his gold, which nobody knew where it was at the time. Of course, Mark Holton goes upstairs, tells everybody, oh man, there's a leprechaun in the basement.
But he's a retard, nobody cares.
Who's going to believe a retard? Right. Not them.
Of course he found a leprechaun.
But, but he does end up finding some gold, and the rest of the movie is pretty much the leprechaun trying to get his gold back.
Seeking revenge for Dan O'Grady's F-up.
Yeah. So, and anyway, of course, we forgot to say who the leprechaun was.
Oh, it's Warwick Davis.
Who doesn't know Warwick Davis?
Willowy.
Willowy. The little man.
Wicket from Star Wars, actually. What else?
What else did he? I don't know what else he did.
He's in like Harry Potter.
Harry
but
Potter,
I don't follow that
yeah, we don't watch that.
Apparently, that makes him too big to come to any horror conventions. No,
he should.
I shouldn't say that.
Well, he should.
He might come put me in the figure 4.
I don't. He might. Woo! You never know. But anyway, we ended up rating this movie on gold shillings.
Gold shillings.
And we're gonna do every review out of 5, and it's gonna change every time. We just figured, for St. Patty's Day, some gold shillings.
Be a good rating system.
It would be.
How many shillings do you give Leprechaun?
I'm gonna give the Leprechaun 4
gold shillings.
How about you?
I'm gonna give it 4 as well. Just because the lack of the gore, even though it is a classic and it springboards a lot of terrible sequels that I'm in love with.
They are fun movies.
In the Hood.
See,
that's my fave.
I can't get into In the Hood and Back to the Hood.
You can't get behind Ice Cube.
Ice-T.
Oh.
Ice-T.
I don't know all these black people. I mean,
it's so wrong.
Oh, we're gonna have to cut that, right?
A friend with weed is a friend indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Ice-T.
Ice-T. Cop killer.
Cop killer. Gorilla.
But
he kills that guy with the pick. That ruled.
It's true. Leprechaun. Do you remember, like in Wayne's World 2, when they were talking about the leprechaun?
It kind of reminds you of that movie, The Leprechaun. You remember with that little guy who goes, "I'm the leprechaun." Garth, I'm the leprechaun.
Cool it, okay?
I'm the leprechaun.
Stop it, all right?
Don't try and steal me, pot of gold.
Stop it!
Pixie dust. Pixie dust. Sweetie, it's me. It's me. The leprechaun.
Wanna leave, but can't. Want to move.
Where are you gonna move?
Get away, Leprechaun.
Are you gonna move to Ireland? Because I'm the leprechaun.
I do remember that part.
Yeah. It was a good
Classic.
movie.
Both of them were classics. But anyway, that's all the time we have here on the Video Dead for this first week's review. We'll be here next week with, I don't know what we're reviewing, but we'll figure it out. And until next time, see ya.